Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome to the Real ChatBox Show with your cute host, OB Slender. On this show, we discuss pertinent social issues, education, entertainment, fashion, religion, wellness, mental health, what have you. What do they say? A healthy mind lives in a healthy body. So let's make our physical fitness a priority. Let's meet each week here with our distinguished guests. Cheers. Hello, wonderful viewers. Welcome back to another episode on the Real ChatBox Show with your cute host, OB Slender. This show is proudly sponsored by Duchess Merchant Capital, GH Media, and Sound Bay Productions Limited. On today's episode, we have a wonderful guest by the name The Actor's Preacher. Let's go for a short commercial break, and when we get back, he will introduce himself properly. Hello, my wonderful guest.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, by grace.
You look amazing. You are in my favorite color.
Wow. And you are in a colorful shirt too. It's
Thank
very
you.
lovely.
Thank you.
I can see you like fashion in all your pictures. I see that. With me, welcome to the Real ChatBox Show.
Thank you.
Okay. Your name, The Actor's Preacher. It's very catchy. What brought about that name? Because actors, preacher, like...
Sincerely, that question, if I tell you I have an answer, I'll be lying. But I just, that some things they come by motivation or by intuition or by just an apt feeling. You can't explain it. I remember it all came about with this whole hashtag things. So I remember I was typing something on IG and I don't know when, I think it's during the COVID time or before, I can't really tell, but I was typing something on IG and then when I was done, I typed about had to do with celebrities.
Okay.
And so when I was done, it just dropped into my mind. So the hashtag I put there was The Actor's Preacher. As in, I was being an advocate for actors. And then the next hashtag I put there was The Entertainer's Intercessor. Wow. So it was The Actor's Preacher, The Entertainer's Intercessor. So that was it. So I intercede for celebrities and then I stand as a preacher for actors because I am a professional actor. So that was the whole thing. Then gradually, The Actor's Preacher started forming into a brand.
Wow.
So the Entertainer's Intercessor was there, but the Actor's Preacher started forming into a brand. I'm sure probably maybe after this interview, people might start going in for the Entertainer's Intercessor because there was one thing that Reverend Timothy Bentum was so passionate about. Every time when he sees me, he will be like, the Entertainer's Intercessor. And that thing was so powerful to him. I don't know why I kept it a bit low and I carried the Actor's Preacher to the extent that I created a brand, created a logo.
Wow.
Yes. And so I had the Actor's Preacher stuff with me, branded stuff with me. So that's basically that. There's nothing too special I do, but that's how it came about.
So acting career and faith, like how do you balance your acting career with your faith, your religion? Like how do you do that?
I think everybody has how they balance their religious stuff, personal relationship or intimacy with their deity regarding and just opposing it with what they do. For me, it might not have been too early, but I think I tried my very best to come to that understanding that at this point of my life, I take no step without inquiring of the Holy Spirit, because I'm a Christian. And I didn't become a pastor because some people even think I became a pastor because my father was a pastor.
Oh,
but I wasn't.
see. So you're a pastor's son.
Yeah, I'm a pastor. I'm a preacher's kid. I'm a preacher's kid. And I can tell you on authority, the last thing, I'm telling you, the last thing I would jump into was to do the work, not to do God's work, but to be a pastor. I could do anything in God's house. I'm okay. I'm a keyboardist, so playing keyboards in church was something I did. I learned it on my own. I played. I kept studying, and I loved it. I loved music, so it was good. But to be a pastor, it was the last thing. Not that I don't like pastors, but I saw my father went through, and I saw the betrayal. I saw the backbiting. I saw the hypocrisy. I saw so many things that were enough to draw me away from that thing. So, and aside that, it took my father 27 years to get his first third-hand car.
Wow.
Third, not even second-hand, third-hand car.
I see.
I ain't going for this job. Come on, I'm not going to do this. So, it wasn't. It took me 7 years to actually come to the conclusion that yes, I'll do this work.
Okay, so
7 years when I started hearing the call. It took me 7 years. The call came through several means, through prophecy, through dreams, through encounters. I knew, but I just didn't care.
Okay.
And I knew that I was not called Daniel for nothing. I knew that one too. That my father called me Daniel prophetically. Yes, but I just didn't care. I didn't want to do it. All of us have my father, because I'm Daniel, my kid brother is Emmanuel, the last one is Samuel. Our names there are for a reason. But I'm fine. So I didn't want to do it. So when I finally decided to do this, I said, okay, you know what? I have 11 skills.
Whoa.
I'm not going to do all. I don't want to be a jack of all trades, master of nothing, and then that's it. I don't want to do it all. But the Lord should let me know where I should stay. So when I finally decided to do ministry, I said, everything gone. I'm not doing anything. Then in prayer, the Lord told me, you can leave everything, but don't leave acting. I need you there and stay there. So I've gotten to that point. Anything, prove it. When I say, Lord, if I want to show me a sign, I ask him for a sign. He's my father. I ask him for signs, and he shows me those signs. So when he showed me the sign, and then that was it. He said, when he showed me, like this year, I was praying. The Lord said, I'll make you visible on stage more this year.
Wow.
Few screens, but it's going to shoot you out. But you do more stage. Of course, then in between January and March, 2 major plays in the chest of a woman, Mansa Ward. Exactly. But it was never there. So that's the thing. So there are signs I see, and then based on that I work it out. But balancing the two
with your maker. I know sometimes you have difficult decisions like to make, balancing the two, like have moments that your religion is conflicting with a role or something like that, moments like that you have to decide, should I or I shouldn't, how is God going to feel?
A lot, like a lot, 1001. There's a movie out there on YouTube right now by a popular production house. Yes, I'll mention the name, but it's a very popular production house, and it's on YouTube right now. The lead character, I was to play the lead character. They called me. In fact, the movie delayed to be shot because I kept rejecting the role. And the producer was like, okay, you know what? I still want you. I say, even if it's one scene, I'll do it for you. But I won't play that role. He kept pushing me. The first 8 scenes of the movie is just sex. I said, it says between married couple who are desperate for a child, so they are taking advantage. They are having sex everywhere just to make sure they have a child. Must that one be a story that should be? Must that one be a problem that we have to do nudity, kitchen, nudity, living room, for what?
For what?
And he said, but you're an actor. And I said, okay, you give me your daughter, I'll act. Yeah, I told him. Then he was like, religious background. I said, exactly.
I get your
You are a Muslim. You're a religious background. Exactly. I said, morally, I won't do it. Morally, I won't do it. Spiritually, I won't do it. So I don't know what will make me do it. Because I don't know how my church members are going to see their pastor half naked on screen.
Yeah.
And then they will copy it in the name of he's an actor. I don't know how. You understand? So these are things that are very necessary that you need to pay attention. I've rejected stuff. There are productions that have come to me and they want me to play a pastor. I said I won't do it.
Okay.
I don't want to play me. I won't do it. Unless that role demands something more than just being a pastor. You know, maybe they want to bring out a character in the life of a pastor that deceives the society or something. Yes, I want to play that role. I'll play it, and then so that it will let people stay alert. It's like, but apart from that, come and play a pastor, come and do this, no.
That's so you.
Exactly. That is just so me.
Okay, so the stage performance and the screen performance, which one is your
stage.
strong? You love the stage more.
Stage any day.
Why?
Bring me Hollywood, I'll still go on stage.
Why?
Stage is where you learn. Stage is where you practice. Stage is life. Stage is everything. Every great actor you find in this world emerged from the stage. And stage never dies.
Yeah, sure.
Stage never retires. Like stage. So I always tell people, if you say you're an actor,
Come on stage.
Don't be on screen and be telling us you're an actor. That 2 minutes be a cut, 2 minutes be a cut. Go on stage.
You produce the
Go and do
lines
Hamlet.
raw.
Go and say those monologues on the stage.
Yeah.
Come back, let's talk. Go and play Macbeth. Go and come back. Go and play Dr. Faustus. Go and start. When you're on stage for first 30 minutes and it's just you alone, reciting a monologue of about 3 pages. Go and do it.
Go and do that.
And come, let's have a conversation. Don't call yourself an actor when you are on screen and every 2 minutes they say cut. Then you go and look at the script again. Then you come. No. Go on stage.
And now even stage, you don't have prompters. So
Exactly.
it's just you.
I was just coming to that. Go on stage and you are stuck and there's no prompter. Listen, there's a production that Professor Martin also directed from School of Performing Arts when we were in school. And Witness for the Prosecution. It was a staff production.
Yeah.
I remember. In less than 2 minutes for us to mount the stage, my girlfriend at the time came to hug me like she does all the time before I go on stage. By this summer when she hugged me, she said, it's over. I'm traveling to UK and I'm going to settle down with a man. 2 minutes.
Wow.
On stage. 2 minutes. If it was a film, they say, let's go for a break.
Yeah.
Let's go for a breather. He needs to calm down.
Now and all that.
Professor Martin also has come to say we are going in 5 minutes. 2 minutes to the time you go on stage, this happens.
Wow.
Stage.
You go blank.
Everything. See, the place was dark, but I was still seeing darker.
Wow.
I understood what the Lord said, but He called forth light out of darkness.
You saw it there, right there.
And I was at backstage. I'm the first to go on stage.
Wow.
When the light comes on, I'm the clerk. I go on stage with the secretary. And I think Blanson was one of the lawyers. Blank. I remember that lady. I'll mention him. I remember that lady very well, like yesterday. The lady who was the secretary. Apparently, when the thing was happening, she was just standing at the back there. But because it was dark, I didn't even realize she was there. When my girlfriend at the time had left, whether she was joking or whether it was the truth, and she had done that and left, this lady tapped me on the shoulder. As soon as I turned, she gave me one of the deepest kisses I've had in my life.
Whoa.
Long one for like 2 minutes, non-stop, like very long one.
Interesting.
For like 2 minutes, until light came on stage. Light came before we go on stage. When the light just came, boom, then she stopped and said, D, go do what you know how to do best. That was how that production was saved.
Wow.
She kissed the whole nonsense out of my head. and I went there to perform. I'm telling you, imagine if it was from, if you thought you were an actor, please, the stage. And let's come and have a conversation.
Lovely viewers, the story is getting interesting here. Let's go for a short commercial break and we'll be back with the rest of the story. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Welcome, lovely viewers, to the Real ChatBox Show with your cute host, OB Slender, and with our guest, the actor's preacher. The story is getting interesting. Let's go back to him. Dr. Festus, was your first stage play. I remember I watched a stage play. How did you get into character? Because you're supposed to play the devil, right?
No,
You were the.
I played Faustus.
You played Faustus
I
himself.
played,
Okay.
yes, Faustus. His name is Dr. John Faustus.
Okay.
That's the character name, written by Christopher Marlowe. And I think it was a play that was written between the Renaissance and medieval period. When I did it in school, was directed by Baba Webanunu, and I owe her great thank you. In fact, there are two people who did this magic. It was Eddie Nati, who was doing diploma at the time and told, I think Amecha and Baba. I remember Amecha, Najele and Baba were working. Najele and Meheso were in perfect peace. They were working there. Then he pointed at me. At that time, he was having a chat with me. That's when I come to Legon. And Eddie was like, "What? You are Legon? Come on. You must give your all to the school." Like that. So Eddie changed me to, okay.
Okay, so
he knew I could
Eddie
act.
knew
He knew me from Harry School, National Theatre.
Okay.
So, and Eddie see me, was happy, blah, blah, blah. And then he told Amecha that is one of the greatest actors this school will ever have. So, you guys should use him so that it will be in the records that, you know, he made all that fun. Amecha, I think at the time, she was directing Medicine for Love. She had gotten whatever she wanted to get, maybe by cast or whatever. But Baba Nunu did something, and that lady is she's very spiritually aligned when it comes to what she does. So she said she wanted to do Faustus. In fact, when she picked me for Dr. Faustus, there were a lot of bashing.
Why?
Lots of bashing. So she had to look at using Joseph Kwashi, her mate.
Is it politics?
No. Yeah, but in the school, of course, level 100. The role is big. You can give him something, and you can give him Valdez, you can give him Cornelius, you can give him any other thing.
But why Faustus?
But why Faustus? So that character, and then the devil, the one who played the devil, is also one thing that they were having issue, because that guy was not even an SPA person. Yes, he was not even an Anani. I don't even know where he is now. So at the end of the day, it became a whole. But picking that role, I will never forget. Every time I picked the script, headache.
Wow.
Every time I picked the script, headache.
So then you believe...
It's a very spiritual script.
Yeah, when you are doing the spiritual kind of things, like you need to invest more prayers
Don't
and
joke.
all that.
In fact, I remember Professor Martin Owusu saying one of the days that the chant, you know, is one of the books he loves. Professor Martin Owusu loves it. And the first time was, I don't know what the first time, when I got there, I realized that I heard that when Professor Martin Owusu was the first person to direct it, or if he was one of the people to direct it, where Breveson Jr. was Dr. Faustus, and David Donko, not Donto.
Okay, there
There's
was
David
another
Donko, who is in Georgia State, is a lecturer there, one of the most brilliant actors, not just for school performance, Ghana. But he didn't take it serious, actually. He didn't, not I didn't take it, maybe destiny, he decided to go there. But every time they spoke about him, it was something. So I was glad during that period of Faustus, he had come to Ghana.
Oh.
So I met him.
Okay.
I actually met him. He played Mephistopheles. So I actually met him, and he spoke to me, and he said so many. And the few things he gave me at the time, I was blessed to have certain people around me. And sincerely, I was so blessed to have certain people in the space. When he came around, Joe Tajiman was there. Eko Blanson was around. Buche.
Buche, yeah.
Buche was around. Fifi Coleman. And you also had this guy, Ebenezer Osai, which is Papa. So these people were like, they see potential, and they are happy that let this thing get to the top. There's no competition. There's no level of envy. No. And that was sweet. I'm telling you, that was sweet. It was sweet. It helped me. Like, it didn't put any fear in me. It made me stood my grounds on certain things that I was doing. And at the end of the day, when we did Faustus, after speaking to the man, when we did Faustus, Baba had to actually take me to her room at Ekwafoho with her sister Nunua, and I had to always go stay there to learn my lines. She prays for me to learn my lines.
So she understood the play she was doing and knew that
Professor Martin also told her point blank that when he directed it, there was not a single day that they finished the play.
Wow.
You know, we go 3 days or 4 days. There was not a single day. Light to go off, something will flash up, something will happen. And the chance in I think that is Act 2 when he went for the sorcery, when he took the book of necromancy. I'm telling you that line I'll never forget. Tonight I shall conjure, though I die therefore. I can never forget that line. That Faustus said when he was warned by Valdez and Cornelius, the magicians. He said, these books of sorcery, a magician, when they carried the books, he said, tonight I shall conjure, though I die therefore. That was, you see, anytime I think of Faustus as a man of God, it tells me that, Charlie, to get it, you must hunger for it. You must thirst for it. Faustus said, I will conjure tonight. Merchante. That's what he said.
Yeah.
I will conjure tonight, though I die. Therefore, he doesn't care. You understand?
Yeah.
How long is 24 years? How long? What is 24? Because mature 24 years. How long? But he was ready that for me to have power, to have fame, to have wealth, to have control for 24 years. Devil, take my soul. Take my soul.
And that is what is happening now. You see the young ones in.
So he signed with his own blood for 24 years. Take my soul. That was Dr. Faustus. Because you see, acquiring knowledge is good. But trying to go beyond what you have acquired and make it look like you know better than what you have acquired can go crazy. And that is what happened to Faustus.
I think education does that. When people get to a certain level of
Faustus knew
academic.
Everything. He didn't understand why, as a doctor, all he has to do is to write prescriptions. And he cannot resurrect a dead person. What is his work as a doctor? So doctor is just about giving prescriptions until I can't bring somebody who is dead back to life. Why am I a doctor? That's also so. Psychology. It's argument. I argue, you argue, I argue, you argue. One who wins. And then psycho. Law. The law states that if you carry this thing, you are going to prison. I can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
That is law. Then he goes to pick the Bible. And the Bible says that the wages of sin is death. Before the first page is open. You see, when the devil wants to take you somewhere, it's the way the devil himself can guide you, even when you're holding the Bible. The first page you open, the first thing he sees is that if we say we have no sin in us, then we deceive ourselves. Then the second thing he reads is the wages of sin is death. It's you are telling me the wages of sin is death. You are also telling me that if I say I have no sin, then I deceive myself. Charlie, let me sin and die. That's what he threw the Bible away and went for necromancy book. And that is Faustus. But there's a last monologue that I will shoot that monologue and put it out. And I'll shoot it in the costume of a pastor with clerical. That monologue I'll do it.
Sure.
And that is when he said, Faustus, thou hast but an hour to live, and thou shalt be damned perpetually. It was 11 p.m. and 12 midnight. The devil was coming for his soul. Because not time, I saw. And that 1 hour, Faustus said he gives his life to Christ. Christ should have him for just 1 day. And after that, give him to the devil. He said he want to have Christ for a day. I want to have Christ for 20 hours.
You just have an hour.
Second chance in the whole. So the second chance, the third chance, the fourth chance, enjoy it. When you do honor, I say 1 day. The devil say, Jack, I'm coming for you. He said, I'll burn my books. I'll break. He said, Abba.
You had a chance to do that way back.
Faustus was the first play I did in School of Performing Arts, and it's the best. It has shaped me. It has done a lot of things to my thinking. Just good Faustus. Until now, any day, I love it. I've done it twice though.
Yeah. But didn't you feel any kind of competition way back in school, because you were there with Foster Romanus, you were there with Clemento Chores, you were there with Edinate, became your mate after his diploma, right? He was also the Edinate. Yes. Who else? Who am I leaving out?
I think we were in the school with a cluster of great talent, like great talent.
That year group is blessed.
I'm telling you.
Very blessed.
Great talent. I can't tell. Like great talent. And so there was nothing competition about what I did. I felt everybody was unique.
Yeah.
Everybody. No matter how much of an actor I was, Clemento was exceptional. No matter how much of an actor I was, Foster was exceptional. Everybody knew what they were doing. In fact, I always tell people that the real actors who can take the screen by storm didn't get into acting. Talking of Savio Ashiagbo. Talking of one guy, what was his name? He was called, they had a name. Was it Sasha? Or some. These guys were great. There's one lady called Selena Oscar. She's in Kumasi, Kejita Market, managing big stores. Married with a husband like or life, great, but great actress, great. I don't know why Charity. I don't know how. There are great actors that didn't continue, and Hame, even with Rosalie Kwasi or Joy Prime like this. But well, that's our destiny carry people to places. When we formed Nyansapo, it was just our mates, but I kept looping people in. Like I kept bringing people in, young guys, and I'm happy. Through that, we had people, great people like Gina and Tatia coming up. Through that, we had Lawyer Inti, Richmond, and Marco. I can remember Richmond like yesterday.
Hold that thought for a moment. We go for a short commercial break, and we come back so that we talk about Nyansapo and how you got people.
Why did I even bring it up?
So let's go for a short commercial break, viewers. Please don't move an inch because you are yet to hear more. Welcome back, lovely viewers, with your hosts, OB Slender, with our guest, the actor's preacher. The conversation is getting more and more interesting. So let's go back to him. Nyansapo, how did the group come about?
Okay, so Nyansapo was founded on me.
Okay.
With a huge support from Foster.
Romanus.
Yeah. And it came about like a joke. So Nyansapo being Nyansapo now, thank you to myself, Foster Romanus, Clemento Suarez, Edinate, Kingsley Lemsinyako, Michael Ofori, these 6, and then with huge backing from 2 guys, Robert, Komala Aliyah, and then Shaka.
Shaka.
Ben Shaka. So then that's it. And then we have other serious support systems. So you have Robert Alija, who then became part of that, because that support was a 6-member thing. Nobody was coming in. But we brought in Robert, we brought in Jane Rantatia, we brought in Dr. So, Fred Amugi, and all those things. We brought them in. Yes.
Uncle Fred is on it now.
And then we have Mengel. Mengel. He's like the glue. He's like one of the lifelines.
Ghana with Mengel?
Yes.
Okay.
Mengel Adam Seth.
Yeah.
He's like one of the lifeline. You understand? So from school of performing arts, before all the outsiders came in, I'm just dealing with school of performing arts.
It was mainly male dominated.
Male dominated, but the female people that we always pulled in, we had Rev Kacha, we had Fafa Saba, Justina Fafa Saba.
Yeah.
We had Obia, we had, I think these 3 people were the few.
I saw Coco.
Mimi, and then Pearl Coco Dake, and then Mimi, yeah. Mimi was also part of those people were playing around. Now, here's the thing. This thing called Fusion. There's a show called Fusion hosted by Abeku Santana.
Yeah.
And they did something like a 2 or a pair game thing. And so we were supposed to go and shoot it at Nafti. So myself, I was there when Papa called me and he said he was doing it. I think he and Fifi were the pair, or he and Kofi watch one of it. And then me and Foster needed to also go as a pair. When we got there, they are called Kokromoti, which was made up of plus Fifi Coman, and they did a Fokojo Maube's place when he did prison graduate. At that time was APTS, acquired prison traumatic syndrome. So they did that. And they call themselves Kokromoti. So they represented Kokromoti. And then they're like, we need to get a name. And at that time, we didn't know what can. Then Papa, or Buche, one of them, said, no, I think it was Papa. He said, Nyansapo.
And that was it.
Yeah, because the papa is an artist and he likes traditional stuff. So he knew all the symbols and all, he knew the meaning. So he said, Nyasapo. Then so we used it for that thing. So when we got back to school, we went to do It Takes Two, me and Foster again. And then we also used Nyasapo. Then when we did I think whatever we did on campus, one of the programs or stuff, we decided to do a skit, a classroom, just a classroom.
A classroom.
For those of you who have watched Legon Comedy, that we are telling how it came about. We did that, only the classroom scene was a skit that we did, because we were always making jokes about how class, blah, blah. When we did that skit and we finished it, we represented that skit with the name Nyasapo. We didn't know what it was. Then J.O.T. Ajimai, Jot said, you guys can actually keep that name. It's a beautiful name. And you guys can take this thing far, but we didn't care. We know when boys, we just come with food, we come with food. Then J.O.T. So Nyasapo did not, we can never talk about Nyasapo establishing without J.O.T. He became official because of J.O.T.
Okay.
And I can say it. Maybe my friends will say it differently, but that's how I see it. Because this is what J.O.T. did. He went to book the drama studio for 3 days. And then he gave the dates to us that he has booked 3 days for Nyasapo. If we like, we should do a play. If we don't like, we should be there. Then he left us. So that was when Michael started putting down the whole developing, and then he created that. I don't know where he got that useless name from. Professor Chibere Wechige. I don't know where he got it from. I said it's a name. Michael needs to explain that name to me. I don't know where he got it from. So Professor Chibere Wechige was a name he brought up. And then started the Shanikwa. All those names was Michael Ofori. Shanikwa, Professor Chibere Wechige, and all those names that he brought up between. I don't know where he got them from. You know, so the Menetewa song. I don't know where he got those words from, those jargons. But that was it. Everybody you saw in that play, Legon Comedy, everybody, 70 to 80% of what they said was improvisation. And that was why it was difficult for people to come
to join the Nyasapo,
because they didn't know how to fit in.
Do you see yourselves as mentors for other people, other young actors?
Yeah, we have intentionally and unintentionally mentored people. And so most of the kids who have grown to be great people now around us, if they will really, really open up and tell the truth, I can say that unintentionally most of them have picked a lot from us.
Okay.
And I cannot say that even people like Jenna Tatia who have become great can never talk about their greatness, because Jenna Tatia was not an actor.
Yes, I know.
The actor was Dr. So.
Dr. So, yeah.
Exactly. But
there
look
were
at Jenna
two
today.
parties.
Yes. Look at Jenna today. By reason of being a very close friend, look at Jenna today. Splendid actor. Splendid. Splendid. Amazing. So maybe he had it in him, but by gluing himself to Nyasapo, it came out. Richmond Zavi loyalty, same.
Yeah.
But it came out. So we cannot say that maybe we taught him how to act. No. But we through us
him.
It bet out, and then acting with that made it more professional. Acting with that made it more open, because we were always going off. We were always going outside the box. You understand? So we can talk of people like, we can talk of Maoli Jasparo. We can talk of Francis Nutako, Oxygen. We can talk about more and more Willie Chambers. They have unintentionally picked something from us.
Okay.
You understand? And that is how it has been.
So you said you had 11 things.
11 skills.
Skills, okay. So
yeah.
I know you are a set designer as well, and you are a preacher, and you're an actor. That's the three
okay.
I know.
Okay,
so your
ministry is out.
Okay.
Ministry is out.
Okay.
You understand? So I'm an actor. I'm a fashion designer.
Okay.
I'm an interior decorator.
That explains it.
I am a set designer. All right? Good. And I'm an artist.
Okay.
An artist. I paint, I draw.
Okay.
I do portraits.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. All these things are very time consuming.
Okay.
I play 3 instruments. I play keyboard, I play bass guitar, sax.
Wow.
Matuni Negu.
So you are a performer.
Full
a whole theater. Yeah, on its own.
After dance, I am better with traditional dance. I won't say I'm better. I am good
in traditional dance.
with traditional dances, because I am very abysmal with contemporary dance. But here's the thing. There's something about me. I know rhythm, I know movement. So when I learn, I will know. But just that, what a dancer will learn in a day, I will learn in a week.
Okay.
But I'll learn. So there are things I know, I just had to know them for examination purpose.
Okay.
Not because I love to do it. I don't love to dance. But I love to praise God. And praising God comes with dancing. And that dance, nobody gives a hoot.
How you do it. Like David's dance.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, so that is basically what's it. And sports side was also there.
Oh, okay.
I've done long jump. I remember when I was asked to train with the national, I think Accra division, whatever. After I did long jump for Akwana Secondary School, I came forward as third, I remember. And then soccer, I was a deputy captain for Legon Hall soccer team. And then athletics, I loved 200 meters and then 100 meters.
Okay, so you were a sprinter.
I'm a sprinter. But, like I was saying, as for soccer, it's for another day.
Okay.
Injuries and families, whatever. There was, but at least, so these are things that, so I can do all.
Okay.
So now it's acting, ministry, and then directing. Yeah.
Okay. What are the some misconceptions or stereotypes about pastors and actors, like about acting or becoming a pastor? Like, what are some of the misconceptions that you want to dispel it, and how you are balancing it now?
I shot an international film with an international director, and she made a statement I'll never forget. She said, a pastor and an actor, terrible combination. Who does that? How do you survive it?
Yeah.
You understand? Exactly. And I said, yeah, that is how I also felt until I lost it. Still, you had to do it. There are a lot of misconceptions. Like, people feel all actors are
Devils.
are players.
In quotes.
That's what they feel. All actors are players. Number one. Number two, there's a funny thinking of a lot of Ghanaians that if a pastor dresses well, he's young, dresses well, and he's handsome, or you're dramatic.
And also a Sakawa.
And I say, whatever. And so when a pastor cannot look good, when a pastor looks good and he's young, they feel that he's doing it because of ladies.
Wow.
My father up there looks so wealthy, man. God is glorious. I cannot picture that throne, but in my own understanding of how God is described through his word, I must dress so well.
You can't look shabby.
To just come to his presence. I must look absolutely well. If there's any best perfume, it must go to the church. If there's any best costume, I must carry it into the church. If there is any best shoes, I must take it into the church. I must not give the best to the world and then go to the church in the name of we are self-FFD. No. The person who designed this shirt, whatever idea, whether he's a Christian or not, was dropped in his head by God. Do you understand? The one who did the watch, the ones, I will wear them to praise God. I bought them. I will wear them to praise God because he gave me the money. To me, if I look, I spend time on myself. I bath in 2 minutes. Anybody who spends more than 10 minutes in the bathroom, I don't know whether you're washing away your sins. I don't know what you're washing there. I don't know. But especially if you're a guy, if you're a woman, I understand. But Obi, I want to spend time on. Some people spend time on their dress. I spend time on my hair.
I see your curly hair.
I spend time on my hair.
My
black hair, I think mine is head and tail. So I spend on my hair and then my shoes. If you try that way, I'm okay. But if you shoe, I feel uncomfortable. I
say shoe no then I'm femme.
People ask me if I walk. I walk, man. But there are like 4 racks in my car.
So every time
I will clean it.
Okay. The viewers, the pastor is more concerned about his shoes. Let's go for a short commercial break and we'll come back and wrap up. Welcome back, viewers. The actor's preacher. My last word with you. You know, there's this perception about being an actor or an artist or like that entertainment way nankasa no. I say people look down on that side of the way. Being a pastor and having all that, like, what would you tell the young ones and parents? I think it stems down from parents because the idea national machine say you have to be a lawyer, you have to be a doctor, like they want all that prestigious names.
For me, sincerely, as a parent, skill is what you look out for in your child. If your child is skillless, if for the lack of a better word, I'm telling you, the way the world is going,
yeah.
If your child is skillless, when my daughter finished senior high school, waiting to get to uni, she entered into a catering school. The skill is more important to me than even going to university first.
Of course.
Get it? And like when you get to the university, I want you to be coming back to me and telling me that this friend of yours was doing a birthday. You took the contract and did the cake. You took the contract and did the food. Somebody was doing a party here. That's what I want you to do. Take contracts. Start business in the school. Enter there with a skill. So that you make all the mistakes in Legon. Or whatever university do. Yeah, make mistakes with your friends. Cake, a chaka cry, what from you understand? Make all the mistakes with them. And then when you come out reformed and refined to do something great. When it comes to skill, I will never stop any of my sons when it comes to skill. Already I have put it here. I've told them that, boys, God cannot give me 2 boys and none will play ball. It can't happen. It can't. 2 boys. What are you saying? One must play ball. One must play soccer. Like one must be. You understand? I know when boys are growing together, when one is doing, the other is also doing. One must play ball. Because there's that skill in my family. That one I know. You understand? I know. But our parents did not allow. Their parents also. So for me, I'm ready to push my son. That's what I'm saying. Our parents didn't allow. But now my son, I'll push him there. Makacha me said by age 14, my banner is always playing and now UKB. Playing you should play. You should play. And then whatever, when the time comes for him to play for his country, you will know where he will represent. But at the end of the day, it is very necessary. Any parent watching me, you must be interested in your child having a skill. If your child doesn't have a skill,
it's disturbing. Give
him one. Watch him. Watch what they do. When you see that your son is very fidgety, key, or disassemble, no assassination, paper like no problem. You know, kids when they destroy something, they can put it back. But this one, you see that your child, if it is far that he will take it off, he will rip it off, bring it back like nothing happened. Rip this off, then master, that is engineering in the making. An engineer, enter there. Sure. Start buying robots for him. Start buying things for him. Watch your child. Watch what they are doing when they are playing. Because those are the places you see skill. Watch what they are doing. Your son is there every minute. If it is tea you want to do, he comes to the kitchen. If it is water, he comes to the kitchen. You have fried egg. Mommy, how do you do it? What are you doing here? That is a chef. That is a chef you are raising.
Yeah.
So there are things to pay attention to whilst they are schooling. Let them understand the need to learn. But there are things you need to pay attention to. My son takes a phone and he does a whole selfie advising his friends. And it's like, today I want to tell you all my class, I want to tell you everybody, I want to tell you guys that listen to me. In whatever you do, make sure that God is first. I've not given him a script. Nobody has given him a script. He doesn't do, I just forgot. One video, the guy will stay on it for 5 minutes and everything he's saying, there's no mistake.
Wow.
That is a presenter now. That is, so there are some things,
you've got it right,
pay attention to it and then help your child from there. As a parent, if you do that, I'm telling you what, they will help.
So what is your final advice for our viewers today?
All right, it's simple. Run after God like you're running after that business. And God is going to give you a business you don't need to run after.
Sharp.
Whatever you're doing, keep pushing it, but let God be first. In the beginning, God. In the beginning, God. So God comes first, every other thing will follow. I'm going to understand it. And this year, I want to tell everybody, see, whatever you are serving, serve it well. Whoever you are serving, serve him well. Wherever you are serving, serve well. That is all. And God will put laughter in our hearts. Keep doing what you are doing and keep doing it well. Have it here. One secret has helped me, and that secret I give it to everybody. Don't take any step, no matter how trivial you might think it is, without asking the Holy Spirit, what do I do? Or where do I go? He is a person. Talk to him. He is closer than you think. Talk to him. Ask him for signs. He will give you. Talk to him. And that's it.
Amen. In all things, give thanks to God, and do not rely on your own understanding, as our actor preacher has told us. In everything, let's ask God first. Today's episode has been very interesting and educative. So if you're a parent, don't discourage your child. Whatever you see in him, encourage him, because skill is good. Stay tuned for the next episode. I love you all. This is your host, OB Slender, on the Real ChatBox Show.